Welcome to video 10, and in the last videos we got as far as putting the, oh yes, don't forget to subscribe, we got as far as putting the lower beams in, and in this one we're putting the mast block and the other blocks into the base on top of the keelson. So we'll crack on cutting these out and glue them together before we get on to fitting some beams. So while they're drying, we'll look at the next bit, which is the middle deck. And we've got these beams to put in and the blocks that go in between them for various things. Just a bit of confusion over these, as you'll see later. But anyway, we can get it all ready, and that's the next bit. Okay, so these are dry now. Just got to get all this black off them. It's a bit of a problem with this model. This I don't know. It's because this wood is so hard, but this black really takes some getting off. It's quite deep into the wood. I've found it with all the pieces we've had to sand off, even on the beams for the half deck I've just done. It really is deep. If you're not careful, you lose some of the shape as well. But anyway, done now. So there we go. Okay, so that's got those in. Now we can move on to the half deck beams. So there we go, that's those in. Just have a look and make sure everything's looks square and level through the back end, if it can focus. See if everything's level. Looks pretty good to me. Bit fiddly those, such a narrow hole. Takes quite a bit of getting in that bow section there. And there's more to do. Which is these bits. 118, 119, 120, 121 that go between the frames, between the beams. So we'll find which ones they are on the cutting plan. There. Yeah, those. We need to find that sheet and cut those out. Right, so I've cut these pieces out, 118 to 121, but there's a problem. I've got them there, and there's a chamfer on those two pieces, which I've done, but on the photograph, the narrow part of it, that bit there, is aft. The same on 120, the narrow part is to the rear. On the drawing, the narrow part is to the front, or to the bow. So, there, look. So I don't know which is right. I'm assuming that the photograph will be right. But I've asked the question on one of the forums, so I'm waiting for an answer. See if anybody knows, if anybody's done it. So we'll wait for that before I can do any more. Hopefully I'll get the answer today so I can carry on with the video. Right, so here we are, a few hours later. I haven't had a reply. So I'm going to go with my gut feeling and put them in the same as they are on the photograph. Whether that's right or not, we will probably find out later. Somebody will come back to me with an answer. But anyway, we'll get them in and see what happens. The amount that it is, I can't see that it's going to make that much difference, to be honest. So we'll glue them in anyway. Right, so I've got those in. That is going to be about it for this video, I think. I did get some answers back after I'd stuck them in, and that showed me that I'd actually got a couple of them in the wrong way around, I think, from what I remember. But they say it doesn't really matter, so we're leaving it as it is. In the next video, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified of it. We'll be starting on the main beams, starting at the bow section here. Plus we've got these doublers to put in. These are doubled up on rib, which ones? It's two, rib 15 and 30. So these are doubled up. Oh, they're actually three. So you get that one, and that one either side of that one, and the same with that one. Those two either side of that one, and then onto all the other ribs, the whole stack of them. Not ribs, beams. Thankfully these are routed out, milled out, I don't know, whatever you call it. So there's no black to take off them, they're all just the little bits in the middle to cut off. So that'll be easy. Nice finish. So that'll be the next video. As I say, subscribe and then you'll be notified when it is. It should be same time next week. Try and release one every Wednesday. Try to. So it's coming on now. Now I've got those in. They'll be covered in the main beams very soon. And then hopefully in the not too distant future we can get this jig cut off and it'll look more like a model ship. Looks like a tow truck at the moment. So hopefully anyway that won't be too far away. Got the beams to put in. I think there's the deck to go in as well, and then we cut it off. So anyway, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.